Zach, if I told you I remembered exactly what we were talking about when that happened. I think we were talking about basketball and about how they needed to play at a faster pace. And, and that will be an interesting thing to watch.
Yeah, real quick before we dive back into that, miraculously, I actually know exactly where I was. Talking about getting at a faster pace, I know a lot of people are wanting the pace to pick up for Lamar Yard. They're opening up soon in Oxford, soon to be open indoor-outdoor restaurant, bar, and entertainment space on South Lamar in Oxford. 10,000 square feet of indoor space and 3/4 of an acre of outdoor space. Open fire, barbecue. They're going to have 3 bars, children's playground, parking on site, and it is pet friendly. You can check more about Lamar Yard at their website at lamaryard.com. Podcast also brought to you by Kelly English Restaurant Group. The renowned chef and his team are offering nationwide shipping, and you can get all that information at table22.com/iris. And they're also doing Cooking with Kelly online virtual classes. And when you go to table22.com/iris and use the promo code softverbal21, all caps, you will get half off your first month of classes with Kelly. So find that at table22.com/iris. And then the nationwide shipping is irisetc.com. And remember the promo code softverbal21 for half off your first month. Podcast also brought to you by Cherokee Valley Golf Course in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Cody Allen and the crew over there. Go over there and check it out. Take on the challenge of their wide Zoysia fairways and large championship Bermuda greens, 2 putting greens, a driving range, and a chipping green to hone in your short game. Get a tee time online at olivebranchgolf.com. Podcast also brought to you by Protection Unlimited, the Mid-South leader in commercial and residential alarm security. Wayne Lowry and his team have been serving the greater Memphis area and North Mississippi for 40-plus years. Cutting-edge security for your home or business, video surveillance, monitoring 24/7, 365. Call them at 901-754-6510. All right, Neal. We were talking about pace and how the NBA is very keen on that analytic, and I was getting into discussing how I was talking with somebody in recruiting about Nate Oates and Eric Musselman and how they really revamped their rosters. And obviously, you're paying close attention to that analytic. And look, I think that Ole Miss would be doing themselves a disservice if they didn't take a look at this, because it's something that recruits are paying attention to. You want to play in an offense like that. You want to play in an offense that's fun. It's up-tempo. You're scoring a lot. You're getting up and down the floor. It takes a really, really, really unique and very, very meticulously catered recruiting message to find players that want to play really tough defense and have the slowest tempo in the country. It's something that I think that I'm sure Kermit and his staff is aware of it, but yeah, they need to pick it up a little bit.
They bogged down a lot last year. They did. Some of that was just Devontae Shuler. Some of it was they didn't have the shooter that could make you pay for packing the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it was, they did a lot of that offense at the top of the key, kind of a 3-man weave, looking to create stuff, and it's what bothers me about the roster right now. But I want to see it. I could be proven wrong. I hope I'm proven wrong. I like watching basketball. Jamin Breakfield's going to have open looks early in the season. He's going to get that corner 3, that wing 3. He's got to show that he can make it 35% of the time. If he does, you'll pull defenses out. If he doesn't, they got to find somebody who does. Maybe that's Matthew Morrell. Maybe it's Austin Crowley. Maybe it's Jarkel Joyner. I don't know. But they got to have somebody make shots. He didn't rule out Hadim C coming back, which is something I've heard a good bit. Hadim can make that shot when he's healthy. But you got to have a team that can push 35 to 40% from 3. You got to have some guys who can knock down enough threes that the opposing team goes, all right, we're going to have to go guard that. Because if it's 21%, analytically, coaches go, okay, if he takes 5, he's going to make 1. We'll rebound the other 4 and go in transition. We'll make them pay. We'll give him the 1. You go in as a college. You know you're going to give points up, right? So you go in, you go, okay, if a guy's shooting 40%, we got to guard it. If he's shooting 20%, we don't. Why? Because analytically, a 20% shooting team's not going to beat you, and a 40% shooting team from 3 will.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's impossible. As we learned from Kevin Garnett, anything is possible, but I just don't, you can't open the floor up at all if you can't shoot well. Especially, if you're not shooting well from deep. I mean, Jarkel Joyner can have the 10-footer on the elbow all day. But, yeah, I mean, you can't properly space the floor and get defenses uncomfortable if there's 0 threat from 3. I mean, jokingly, comparing this to my men's league, you're playing a team that can't shoot. We're all 30-something years old. We're going to sit in zone. We're not going to run around and chase you if you can't shoot. So, I mean, that's what they're doing. They pack paint, and they're going to make you beat them from the outside, and Ole Miss was unable to do that last year. So they got to find an answer. I don't know if it's going to be anybody that's currently on the roster or if they're going to try to go find someone. There's quite a bit shaking up still in this 2021 class with guys getting out of their letter of intent because there's been a coaching change or they've had a change of heart and things are opening back up for prospects. I don't know if they're going to try to get a 21 kid. Maybe they're going to focus on 22. Maybe they're going to go transfer portal.
Well, it was interesting. Kermit was asked about that very thing, and his answer was, well, you never stop recruiting, which was a non-answer that was an answer. I mean, I didn't expect him to go, well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to really go out and look for a shooter, and if we get one, we're going to move this kid out of this. Come on. I mean, I get it. Sometimes you ask questions that can't be answered, but he could have answered it with an emphatic, no, we're done. This is our roster. This is our roster, and we're going to go forward. We like this roster. He didn't say that. He said, yeah, you never through recruiting. You're always recruiting. And I think, and I could be wrong, but I think that if a shooter became available, that they'd make it work.
I mean, I think that's if they can get somebody that fits the offense, can play defense, and can shoot, I think it really helps this team take that next step because I think that they really upgraded defensively down low with Nasir Brooks. He's a really good rim protector. He can rebound. He's a presence that they haven't had in a couple of years. I think that, he's not going to be a dude that's going to score 20 points, but Ty Fagan's an experienced SEC guard. I think that's going to help with the transition to Deshaun Ruffin, and I think Ruffin's going to play more than James White and Grant Slatton. I don't think they're ready yet. And,
for sure.
Vander Heiden's going to have to play. He's going to have to shoot. I don't know how many minutes a game he's going to get, but they need him to make some shots. But yeah, I mean, in the portal, I think they added some pieces that I think can really help. I mean, Brakefield didn't play a lot at Duke, but he went to Duke for a reason. You were talking about that earlier with,
a year ago it's a celebration.
And Belichick went Mac Jones. I mean, same thing. He didn't forget how to play basketball.
No, 1 year ago this would have been a very celebrated signing.
Yeah.
And who knows? So, I mean, look, Jamin, the whole Duke aura got him. And he went there, and a lot of people told him when he went there, hey, look, they're going to recruit over you, and they're going to play those other guys, and you're going to get kind of buried. And he says, yeah, but I'm Jamin Brakefield. It's not going to happen to me. And then it did, and he ended up back where I think he wanted to go. And here's the truth: he didn't lose a year. Now, in an ideal world, Ole Miss doesn't have Jamin Brakefield for 5 years. If Ole Miss has Jamin Brakefield for 5 seasons, he did not live up to anything resembling the hype. Ole Miss hopes it has Jamin Brakefield for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Ole Miss hopes that Jamin Brakefield in 2 seasons is so good that he has to go pro because he's a lottery pick.
Yeah.
That's what they're hoping. So
And then you use that to fill his spot with another potential lottery pick.
Yes.
That's how it works.
That's ideally, that's what you try to do. So we'll see. It'll be, I've said this all along. I'm going to be super careful with how I cover preseason basketball this year. I'm going to be guarded. I'm going to be skeptical, not pessimistic, skeptical. There's a difference.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be the definition of kind of Missouri. You're going to have to show me. And if you show me, great. I'll go from there. What else we got, Zach?
Last couple things here. I will tell you about Bluff City Advisory Group before we do this. Show brought to you by them. Memphis's leading team of finance professionals who can provide advanced assistance with financial planning. Former Ole Miss Rebel and founding partner Ben Still, along with his elite-level customer service team, will make it their goal to meet the ongoing demands of your financial needs. Learn more about them at bluffcityadvisory.com. Podcast also brought to you by the Berry Home Team. When you are ready to get top dollar for your home and find your next one in the Mid-South area, call them 901-481-6420 or 901-461-6421. Whether you're downsizing, upsizing, or looking into investment properties, Stacy and Rick Berry will navigate every step of the way to ensure that the process is seamless. So appointments, repairs, appraisals, all of that. Take advantage of the seller's market and low interest rates today and contact Stacy and Rick. You can also check them out at theberryhometeam.com. Once you've done that, head on over to Saddle Creek Title, saddlecreektitle.com, and then call them at 901-753-1600. Neal Hanna and his team are more than just a real estate closing firm. They are dedicated to going the distance to ensure the ease and growth of your real estate business. So again, saddlecreektitle.com. Podcast also brought to you by Transamerica Insurance. They are changing the way that you look at life insurance. Rated best term life insurance company in 2020 by Forbes. They offer 10, 20, and 30-year term life insurance catered to your individual needs. Give Drew Moak a call at 601-953-8449. He's licensed in Mississippi, Tennessee, and Texas, among others, and he can help you get started today. Last but certainly not least, Davis McCord State Farm. If you're looking for good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates, you can call him at 901-755-6110 and get your surprisingly great rate today. One-stop shop in Tennessee and Mississippi for the service you deserve at the price you want. Neal, I was watching the Braves and Cubs last night.
They played?
And, do what?
I didn't know the Cubs. Are the Cubs still playing?
Yeah. You would have got a kick out of it last night. So the Braves, I don't know how familiar you are with their rotation, but Yanoa, the young pitcher, his slider is just absolutely ridiculous. Just watching Major League Baseball, I don't know how anyone hits in that league. But there was a little bit of a fun moment last night. Anthony Rizzo got on the mound and pitched and struck out Freddie Freeman with like a 64 mile an hour. I don't even know if it was a breaking ball. He just basically like an ethos. And it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I saw that. My wife has quite the crush on Anthony Rizzo. So if anything happens with Anthony Rizzo and the Cubs,
who doesn't?
I'm made aware. No, he is. He seems like a very likable person. He's a good guy, gregarious, always smiling, makes a lot of money playing professional baseball. Nice looking guy.
Yeah,
probably worse people to be in the world than Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah. All right, Neal, I'm going to put you on the hot seat. Last thing, recruiting. Looking at a draft, hot board here for the 21 Major League Baseball draft. Jackson Jobe, do you think he's going to show in Oxford?
No. No.
The last list I saw, he's up to 6 behind Kumar Rocker.
Yeah, no. The answer is no. Unfortunately,
have you seen his slider?
Yeah, it's sick.
I mean, it's like 3,000 spin rate. Like it's, woo.
Yeah, Ole Miss out recruited itself on that one. They thought they had something, and they did.
Yeah,
they did. Carl Lafferty thought, I think this kid can pitch. He was just hoping that the development would wait another year, and it didn't. And that happens. I mean,
yeah,
it shows you that he has a real eye for talent. In this case, his eye was too sharp.
Yeah, somebody told me, they said, well, I think his number's 4.8. I was like, well, I think he'll be okay with 4.5.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, I don't know how anybody could look a kid in the eye who's getting a $4 million plus offer and go, no, you should go to college. I mean, no, you should go play. I mean, even Ole Miss would reluctantly go, yeah, you should sign that. You should go. I mean, you know, his arm, I'm going to presume, is made of tendons and ligaments and flesh and bone. So, you know, you probably should cash in while you can. I tell you what, this story, Blake mentions it in the thread. We can talk about it. It's a subject for another day. Boston College, earlier this week, announced a new apparel partnership with Adidas that will run until 2023. It ends their deal with Under Armour, who'd been with them since 2009. It comes on the heels of a footwear deal with New Balance, where they're hoping that this gives them some momentum on the recruiting trail, and it's very clear that they're also starting to kind of prepare themselves for the NLI. NIL, not NL, NIL, where they can perhaps use some of the shoe money as a recruiting inducement, I suppose.
I wonder if since it's New Balance, if they'll the coaches will wear what are they, the like 975s or whatever, the gray yeah, that all the kids will wear in middle school.
I can tell you, for me, Boston College's foot deal would be a plus, because I have really wide feet. And I can't get into Nikes. New Balance has the double wides, that are like heaven on my feet. So so if New Balance was recruiting me, I mean, if Boston College was recruiting me with, hey, we wear New Balance, I'd be like, hey, dude, I got to come take a visit.
New Balance is kind of slithered its way into Major League Baseball. I'd say they're pretty much mainstream now. I mean, hell, they're probably their biggest clients, Ronald Acuna. He wears New Balance. But yeah, they weren't around when I was playing, but I've heard good things about their baseball cleats. But I think
they have some NBA guys too.
Do they?
I think so.
Was it Kawhi Leonard that did New Balance? I feel like it was Kawhi Leonard that did it.
I'm pulling up New Balance NBA players. Darius Baisley. That's who I was thinking about with the Thunder. He did a 1-year internship with New Balance.
Oh, that was that kid. Yeah.
And he's DeJounte Murray with the Spurs. And apparently Kawhi as well. Let's see what athletes.
Okay. I remember when everybody was like, why is Kawhi doing New Balance? And then they saw the contract. And they're like, oh, that's why. Yeah, I mean, I guess when you're that good of a player, you can just kind of have them design it the way you want. I guess you can make it as cool as you want or as boring as you want. The famous New Balance jersey picture that I always think of, I'm sure you've seen it, the viral photo that Maine put out for their football schedule, where it was that lineman with his gut showing and he's diving with the football.
Yeah.
Maine has New Balance uniforms.
Yeah, I'm looking at Baisley's. Baisley has his look pretty cool. I mean, I know they get the old man rep, but and DeJounte Murray's looks nice too. I mean, come on, you can make a basketball shoe look good.
Sure, I've seen worse basketball shoes.
Yeah, so
I mean, there's some bad ones out there.
No doubt. All right, sorry for everybody for the interruption there. It was completely out of my control. We got back as quickly as we could. We'll be back next week with another edition of the Soft Verbal Podcast presented by the College Corner. Don't forget, go to collegecornerstore.com. Make sure you get all of your Rebel gear there, collegecornerstore.com. And please, when you do, let them know that You heard about him here on the Soft Verbal Podcast. For Zach, I'm Neal. Until next time, take care.